man he was, and how awesome he was. So I apologize in advance. The U.S. Army Rangers motto is Rangers in County. I believe Yang took this motto to heart because he led the way for many things in my life, and I'm sure he led the way for a lot of things in your lives as well. You led the way for me in becoming a better person overall, whether it was small things like becoming a better outdoorsman, or major things like becoming a better dad and husband, and appreciating all the wonderful things and people that I have in my life. Yang also showed us what real strength was. On a mountaintop in Northern California named San Martin Top, Yang had his stroke. And for a while, things looked very grim for our friend Yi. But Yi being Yi, he wasn't about to give up. Yang, being unable to walk, use his fine motor skills, or talk very well, began the long road to recovery. It was incredible how fast Yang began to recover, and inspiring to see how hard he was fighting to get better. On the 1-year anniversary after having his stroke, he celebrated by going back to San Martin Top. When we got to the top of the mountain, Yi and I went for a short hike. Yi reached down and grabbed a fistful of dirt and rock and began to cry. I asked him what was on his mind, and he told me he was pissed. He wanted to know why all of this happened to him, and what he had done to deserve all this bullshit he was going through. I told him I didn't know why all of this had happened to him, but what I did know was he fought hard to get back to the top of this mountain, and that he was alive. He took that fistful of dirt and rock and flung it off the cliff of the mountain, and screamed at the mountain with a lot of confidence, a lot of anger, and tears coming down his face. Fuck you. I'm alive. This must have angered the mountain. Believe me. The next night, the mountain came back with a vengeance. Both Yang and I were in our little tents, and we had both decided to shroud our tents with a larger shelter. The wind and the rain was so strong that night that it was like being in a tornado. And the shelters were being blown flat on our tents, and our tents being flattened at times as well, along with the tent stakes being uprooted from the ground, threatening to blow the shelters away. I got out of my tent and asked Yang to help me restake our tents and shelters while the rain was pouring. Without a second thought, Yang helped me, and by the time we were done, both of us were soaking wet. Again, after a short period of time, the screaming winds and pouring rain had beaten our shelters to shit, and I knew it was time to get off the mountain. So from my tent, I yelled to Yi, who was in his tent, and asked him what he was doing. And I expected Yi to say something along the lines of, regretting this trip, or praying we don't die. Instead, Yang yelled back, reading a book. I thought to myself, this dude is fucking nuts. I got out of my tent and told Yang, we gotta pack everything and get off of this mountain. Yang agreed, and we quickly packed all of our stuff and threw it in the Jeep. When we were finished, we were soaked to the bone and very cold, and I noticed Yi had the early stages of hypothermia. After hauling ass down the mountain, we got to the road. On the road to our left was a sheer cliff, which was having rock slides. Some of the rocks were as big as a car motor. On our right was another sheer cliff down to the ocean. I knew that if one of those rock slides hit us, we were screwed, and all I could think was this mountain was cursed. Luckily, we made it to the hotel, where we blasted the heater and were able to get some rest. The next morning, we all went outside, and it was beautiful. I remember seeing Yi and thinking he was going to say something along the lines of, wow, that was close. I'm really glad we made it off of the mountain. Instead, Yi said to us, we were all pussies for leaving the top of the mountain. That was Yang. Yang and I once again went back to San Martin Top. This time was very different. The route to get there was different because a huge landslide had happened and had blocked the route to get there from PCH. The weekend was beautiful. No rain clouds, no wind, no hassle, and Yi was very happy. We all hiked on PCH to get to where the huge landslide had happened, and I took a few photos of Yang with the landslide in the background. I love these pictures. For me, they symbolize the mountain giving in to Yi. The mountain telling Yi, okay, I submit to you. You're alive. You beat me, and you win. I hope Yi saw the same thing when he looked at the mountain that day. And something tells me he did. Yi showed us all what real friendship is. We've all heard the phrase, I would go to the end of the earth for you. I would go to the end of the earth for my friends. Yi actually proved he would. Our friend Hepsi has a dog named Charlie. Charlie needed surgery to help repair his legs. Hepsi threw a party to help raise funds for Charlie's surgery. She told all her friends and posted an ad in the OC Weekly and called it Charlie's Legs. At the time the fundraiser was going to happen, Yi had let us know he was going to be in Afghanistan. He was unsure if he'd be able to make it to Charlie's Legs. The day of the fundraiser came, and everybody was having a great time, and out of the blue popped Yi. Everybody was stoked to see Yi, and he was glad he could make it. While the party was going on, I sat with Yang and asked him how he was doing, and how he had gotten to the party. He let me know he was doing well, and that he knew this party meant a lot to Hepsi. He told me he flew from Afghanistan to Turkey, from Turkey to Germany, from Germany to New York, from New York to LA, and from LA to Charlie's Legs. Yang flew from Afghanistan to California to go to a party for a dog. He really would go to the end of the earth for his friends. I've only seen Yang feel sorry for himself one time. It was when he was in the hospital after having his stroke, and he was going to start going through physical therapy, speech therapy, and so on. It was hard to see Yi like that. I never imagined I would see Yi, who was so confident and strong-willed, feeling so low and sorry for himself. Every time I would leave after going to visit him, I would look up and pray to the heavens and would ask, please don't let my friend die like this. Please restore the confidence that my friend once possessed and give him the strength to get better. I've been having a really hard time dealing with the loss of Yi, and I've only been able to find comfort in one thing. The one thing that helps me is that Yi was able to find his confidence and was able to find the strength to get better and was restored to his old glory. Every day he was getting stronger and better. Every day he was fighting to make sure he was as far away from that hospital bed as possible. I know if Yi had the choice to go, it would have been to go fighting like he was, and not on some hospital bed feeling like half the man he used to be. I believe Yi went feeling proud and confident. I believe he went feeling like a success. I believe he went feeling restored and happy knowing he would leave a legacy that he could look back on and use to find, I believe he went feeling restored and happy knowing he could leave a legacy that we could all look back on and use to find our confidence. A legacy that we could use for some inspiration, and a legacy that we could all look back on and use to find our strength when we're all feeling low and sorry for ourselves. Thank you, Yi. Thank you for showing us what a hard fight looks like. Thank you for showing us what real friendship looks like. Thank you for showing us what it really means to push to become a better and stronger person every day. Thank you for giving us your love. I love you, Yi. We all love you, and we will always love you.